Hello guys, in this video we are going to configure SVTI using IKE version 1. And if you guys don't know what SVTI is, well, SVTI stands for Static Virtual Tunnel Interface. And just give me 1 second so I can plug my computer to the charger before it dies. There we go. Okay, so like I said, SVTI stands for Static Virtual Tunnel Interface. And in here, what we're going to do is we are going to basically we are going to configure a GRE tunnel, and we're going to put IPsec inside the GRE tunnel, and the tunnel mode for that GRE is going to be IPsec. Okay, so on the video before we configure GRE with IPsec, but this one is it's basically the same exact configuration, but with one big difference that is going to be that the tunnel mode for the tunnel interface is actually going to be mm, it's actually going to be a it's going to be in mode IPsec instead of mode GRE. So let's go ahead and start with that configuration. And I'm not configured anything as you can see. So let's configure all the interfaces that I have over here. The first one is going to be 40.1.1.1 for gigabit 00 on host name. We are going to give it AR1. There we go. So we configure that gigabit interface right here. That's good. I also want to configure a loopback 0. We're going to give an IP address of 1.1.1.1. And let's just now shut it down. So we like that. Then we can go over here and do that basic configuration as well. We are, first of all, let's just give it a host name of R2. Interface gigabit 00 for router 2. The IP address 40.1.1.2 /24, now shut down. Let's go ahead and configure that interface loopback 0 with an IP address of 2.2.2.2.255. Just give it a shutdown exit. Good. So now if we do a ping tunnel, let's say do ping 40.1.1.1. There we go. We're able to ping R1, so that's good. We have connectivity. So now let's go to R1, and the first thing that I want to configure is phase 1 for IKE. It's phase 1. In phase 1, we have to configure um, the ISAKMP. So I version 1 is the same as ISAKMP, right? That's what you're going to configure. So let's go ahead and do a crypto ISAKMP. And what we want to do from here is we are going to configure a policy. We're going to say policy 1. And we just need to match authentication, which is pre-shared key, right? Pre-shared key. Encryption, which is going to be using 3DES. 3DES. Hashing, which we are going to use MD5. Diffie Hellman group number, which is 2. Lifetime, which is 86,400. And then we need to configure a crypto map, ISAKMP key, and the key is going to be CCNP security or your CCNP sec. In the address, we need to match router 2 address, so 40.1.1.2. Good. So let's go ahead and do the same on router 2. Let's do a crypto ISAKMP policy 1 authentication. It all needs to match. So pre-share key, encryption, we use 3DES hashing, ND5, so it needs to match the same as router 1. Diffie group number 2, and lifetime 86,400. There we go. Now let's do a crypto ISAKMP key CCNP security. This needs to match as well. And the address now is going to be 40.1.1.1, which is this one over here. There we go. Let's verify this 40.1.1.1 CCNP security. CCNP security. Good. And now you can do some show commands. So if you do show crypto, uh, we can do a show crypto ISAC. Can we do ISAKMP policy? There we go. We have one policy configured for IKEv version 1, as you can see right here, everything we did. You can do show crypto ISAKMP policy. There we go. And I believe if you do show ISAKMP key, and here's the key, CCNP security. You could do the same here as well. Key, and you can see the key, CCNP security. So that's good. We have now configured phase 1. So now we need to move on and configure phase 2. And in phase 2, what we need to configure is a transform set. And in the transform set, then we need to configure a profile. And inside the profile, we need to configure, we need to insert that transform set. So now let's start with router 2. If we do a crypto IPsec, which is phase 2, and we're going to do a transform set. And from here, we're going to configure ESP. Actually, we need to give it a name. So let's go ahead and call it SVTI underscore transform set. And we're going to use ESP with 3 des for the encryption and ESP with MD5 with HMAC for the data integrity or the hashing. Good. And the mode, we're going to set it to tunnel mode. Now we're going to exit, and now we're going to configure a crypto IPsec profile. And the profile, we're going to call it SVTI profile, or just prof. And all we need to do right here is set the transform set, and let's add the transform set that we created, and paste it right here. Now let's go ahead and do the same on router 1. So crypto IPsec transform set. We need to give it a name, SVTI T set. We're going to use ESP with 3 des, that's what we're using, and then ESP with MD5 and HMAC. It needs to match this the other side, so we need to do the same. The mode is going to be tunnel. Now we exit and we do crypto IPsec profile, and the profile name is going to be SVTI underscore profile, and then we're going to set the transform set to this transform set right here. Okay, good. So that has been configured. So all we have to do now is that we have to configure the GRE tunnel. So let's go ahead and configure the tunnel. This one is going to be tunnel 1. We need to provide the source, which is going to be gigabit 01 or 00, or tunnel source. That's what it's called, tunnel source. It's going to be gigabit 00. That's where it is going out from router 1. Tunnel destination destination is going to be 40.1.1.2, which is the IP address of router 2. Now, oops, we need to configure, let's see what else we need to configure. Tunnel source, let's see if I can remember. After that, we need to go ahead and configure the mode. So tunnel mode, this is where it's different. Tunnel mode, we need to do IPsec with IP. Tunnel, why is it saying tunnel mode IPsec okay, with IPv4. There you go. So not IP, not just IP, it needs to be IPv4. And then we need to set the IP address of this tunnel to 50.1.1.1, as you can see right here. IP address /24. And then we need to add the tunnel protection, which is going to be Ipsec profile. And the profile that we configure, if we go all the way up here, was this one right here, SVTI prof. So we need to attach that profile right here. So we can tell it that we are using that profile, which has the transform set attached to it for phase 2. So as you can see, ISAKMP went from to off to on. So now ISAKMP is on. Now let's go ahead and do the same over here. Interface tunnel is going to be tunnel number 2. Tunnel source is going to be gigabit 00 because it is the same, right? Gigabit 00 and gigabit 00. That's where they're coming out. Tunnel destination is going to be 40.1.1.1. And then we need to do a tunnel mode IPsec and IPv4. After that, we configure the IP address, which is going to be 50.1.1.2. After we do that, we configure the tunnel. Did we do the tunnel mode? We did the tunnel mode. So after we do that, source destination mode, we do the tunnel protection. Tunnel protection, we're going to use Ipsec profile, and it was SVTI profile. Oops, profile. There we go. So now, as you can see right here, ISAKMP went to off to on. So ISAKMP is working, and now the reason why you configure SVTI instead of just GRE, instead of just like a GRE tunnel, it is because it lets you route, it lets you add a dynamic routing protocol, and the one that we're going to add for this is going to be ERGRP. So let's go ahead and configure ERGRP, because when we do just a plain GRE, it doesn't let you do that. So since we're using SVTI, it lets you do that. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and do no outer summary first, and then let's do add the network. And we are going to add that loopback address. If we do a do show IP interface, do show IP interface brief. There we go. We want to add this loopback, and we also want to add this tunnel. So let's go ahead and do network 50.1.1.2, and then network 2.2.2.2. Good. Exit. And now let's go ahead and do it on router 1 as well. So router ERGRP 10. No outer summary. Do show IP interface brief. Let's add the loopback address and the tunnel. So you do a network 50.1.1.1, and then network 1.1.1.1, right? And you can see we have an adjacency already, so that's good. It looks like it is working. Show IP route. You can see that we have learned this 2.2.2.2 via ERGRP, so that's good. So now let's do some show commands that you could do to verify that the tunnel is actually working. The first one is for um, IKE version 1 phase 1. So let's go ahead and verify IKE version 1 phase 1. If we do a crypto ISAKMP SA, you can see that it is active right now and it is in idle. So let's go ahead and do a show crypto, and this one is going to be for IKE version 1 phase 2, and the phase 2 was the IPsec that we configured. So show crypto IPsec SA. As you can see, we are sending packets already, so it is working. And that is probably because we are sending ARGRP packets and they are being encrypted and decrypted. So as you can see that it's working. And also you could do it from router 2. Let's go ahead and end it and show show crypto ISAKMP SA to verify IKEv1 phase 1. There we go. We have 2 tunnels active and working. Also, you could do for phase 2, which is crypto or show crypto IPsec SA. There we go. You can see that we're still sending a lot of packets because we are sending those ERGRP packets. So if you do a ping 50.1.1.1, you are able to ping it. Now let's do a show crypto IPsec SA. It went up to 46. So now if we ping again, it's going to keep going up. As you can see, 52. If we go ahead and ping again, it went to 58. So every time we ping, it goes up by 6, right? So it is working, and we should have the same over here. There we go, encapsulation and decapsulation. And you can see that nothing has failed, so it is working the way we wanted it. So it looks like we have configured everything we wanted over here. And also, if you want to go ahead and verify everything you have done, the first one you can do is show, let's see, show crypto ISAKMP. You want to see the ISAKMP policy, and you also want to see the ISAKMP key. And you can do the same over here, show crypto ISAKMP policy, and then show crypto ISAKMP key. And you can compare that. And if you go to router 1, you can see that it is all the same. The only thing that's different is the 40.1.1.2 because we're going to router 2. And this one is 40.1.1.1 because we are actually going to router 1. And if you want to verify IKE version 1 phase 2, you can do a show crypto IPsec profile. And you can see the profile. There's actually 2 profiles. There's a default profile that you could use, but we did not use the default. We created our own profile, which is SVTI profile, and here's how we did the encryption and the data integrity. And the other one that you can do is show crypto IPsec transform set. And here's the transform set. And you could also see that transform set over here, which is attached to this one over here. And you can see that there is 2 transform set, the default one and the SVTI, and also 2 IPsec profile, which is a default, and the SVTI that we created ourselves. And you can do the same over here to verify phase 2, show crypto IPsec profile and show crypto IPsec transform set. And there we go. You can see right here for the profile that we created, it has the SVTI attached, and the SVTI transfer sets has the encryption of ESP with 3 desks and ESP MD5 for data integrity and hashing, and you can see it right here as well. And you can compare and contrast if you want. It is all the same, right? So this is it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoy this video, how to configure SVTI or static virtual tunnel interface, which lets you actually perform or add a dynamic routing or a dynamic routing protocol to it, because when you do just plain GRE, it doesn't let you do that. So I thank you guys for watching this video. I love you guys, and if you guys have a Twitter account, why don't you just go ahead and follow me on Twitter at CCNA Daily Tips for more videos like this, and also for more troubleshooting on the CCNP security exam. And also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, to my YouTube channel, CCNA Daily Tips. Thank you guys for watching, and I love you, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.